This video couldn't happen without those you supporting me on Patreon, including the big patrons of this month, the Nerd Therapist and Xavius. Hey Pokemon Masters, Toby here, and quick YouTuber shout out. I want to say a massive go check out to Lynk Cable. Lynk Cable is just an outright lovely guy who I've had the chance to meet only briefly at a couple of events. I know he's a longtime viewer and member of this community, and recently he did a tag video inspired by the tag videos that I've done in the past, and he's tagged me, and I want to do this tag for two reasons. Number one, Lynk Cable has like less than 500 subscribers, and I think it would be really cool if we can change that by this mention. Seriously, new Pokemon content, go check it out. We're always looking for new up-and-coming PokeTubers. And number two is that I get to put Generation 8 in the title, because this tag is called My Pokemon Game Tag Video, and I can put Generation 8 in because the algorithm. So thank you, Lynk Cable. I'm now going to do this video. Actually, it is a very creative video, and since the end of the My Pokemon Gym series, I have been needing some creative thought. I've been really wanting to just kind of like, again, fan fiction for a little bit and blurt out my ideas for a Pokemon game. And yes, if Gen 8 was coming out and I was thinking about a Pokemon game, it is coming out, hopefully very, very soon. These are the things I would want to see. So let's get on with the tag. Number one, what are these Pokemon games called and why? Pokemon Dream version and Pokemon Nightmare version. First of all, I think the two titles just sound really, really cool, and I would have a hard time choosing what to pick. I feel like I'd probably go Nightmares, but that might make me sound a little bit like an edgelord. But the idea of Dreams versus Nightmares, I don't know, I like that Pokemon does a lot of these contrasty things, Sun and Moon, Ruby and Sapphire. I think Dreams and Nightmares, it's kind of a new and different concept. It's more of an ethereal thing like Sun and Moon. And because, of course, it would tie in with the story, but that is a later question. Number two, what is the region based upon? Okay, one of two things. Either it would be really nice to just see a Pokemon region that isn't really based on anything and doesn't take culture aspects from anywhere. Actually, I'd really love to see, of course, my Pokemon region as a video, so you could imagine that. Love to see that, of course, in a game. Basically, I am kind of making a fan game, like, by describing it here. I'm not making it, but maybe you're making it. I don't know. It's not a thing. It's fine. It's whatever. But either that or, of course, the UK, which is what we're expecting for Generation 8, and what I'm expecting for Generation 8, because I believe Duncan Can't Die's video. I did a whole thing on that. You can check that out. Number three, who is the regional Pokemon professor? Again, I got two options here. Either a much younger Professor Willow from Pokemon Go. I would love to see Pokemon Willow integrated into the main series somehow. Or me, this guy, Burkeeper Toby, Professor Toby. I mean, what would I be like as a Pokemon professor is a later video that will be coming down the line. And again, it's all going to tie into the story. I feel like I'm doing setup right now for one of the later questions. Question 4, which mechanic from a previous Pokemon game will be reappearing in this? And of course, it's Pokemon following you. It adds so much to Heart Gold, Soul Silver, it added a lot to Let's Go. I want to see my Pokemon in the overworld, it feels so special, so please return, and I know it's just an aesthetic thing, but it's an aesthetic thing that makes a difference. Question 5, name one new or upgraded mechanic that will be included in this game. Once you've completed the Elite Four for the first time, you can then rebattle the gyms in any order, and the enemy team's levels will scale to your Pokemon's levels. And that just means once you've played the game once through, if you really want, you could start again with a level 5 Pokemon and just go through the areas. You wouldn't get the story with the evil team, but you would certainly be able to have gym leaders that would scale to your levels, and it would just make the whole, I think, training up a lot more fun. And of course, you could visit them in any order, which would be really cool, especially if it's one of those double region games where you have 16 gyms. Yeah, I think it'd be a really cool idea. Question 6, who are the evil team? Oh, come on, who do you think? We are Team Snooze. The most evil, maniacal team in the whole of the Pokemon world. We are the guys who just like, well, it says it on the poster, world domination, minimum effort. We're gonna nap, we're gonna be using our Munchlaxes and Drowsies and Munners and Mushroomers, our Kamalas and our Hoot-Hoots and all our other sleepy Pokemon to just wreak absolute havoc as the evil team of this game. And now you can kind of see how it's going to tie into the names of the games, Pokemon Dreams and Pokemon Nightmares versions, and of course that ties in to the next question. Question 7, in short, what is the overall story? I'm not going to do in short. Obviously, you're starting your hometown, you gotta jump around from town to town, do all the gyms. The gym leaders have a theme, which is space. There are 8 gym leaders, and how many planets are there in our solar systems? There's 8 now. There's 8. Sorry, awkward Pluto. But don't worry, Pluto can be a member of the Elite Four. As the gym leaders, we have a Mercury character that is the Steel-type gym leader, using them spacey Pokemon like Beldum. Venus is the Fire gym, using Cargo and Magmar. The Earth gym is the Grass gym, using Pokemon like Torterra. Mars is the Ground-type gym, using Graveler and Golem. Jupiter, who is also known as the God of Thunder, is the Electric gym, using more alien-y Pokemon like Magnezone. Saturn, with its poison gas clouds, is using those Pokemon like Weezing, Poison Gym. Uranus is a... Stop it. Uranus is a flying gym. It's a flying gym, using more spacey Pokemon like Minior. Neptune, the Water God. Neptune is a water gym with Pokemon like Empoleon, and that makes the 8 gyms. But then you've got, of course, the Elite Four. Pluto, much like Koga, used to be a gym leader and is now an Elite Four member using Ice Pokemon. There is a character based off of Dark Holes who uses Dark Pokemon in the Elite Four. A Psychic member, because Psychic tends to represent cosmic energies in Pokemon. And then, of course, a Fairy Elite Four member, because there's a lot of fairy alien Pokemon like Clefable. But before we get onto the champion, let's move back a little bit. Before you get through the gym leaders in the Elite Four, first of all, you gotta leave home. You gotta go on this big, massive adventure where you're going to encounter Team Snooze Grunts, who are gonna sort of constantly be telling you to take it easy, sign up to Team Snooze, buy a poster today. They won't say that bit, I'm just saying that bit, thank you. We got pin badges as well. Sell out! And as you battle your way through Team Snooze, you learn that their plan is to put the whole region, which is way too high energy, into a sort of sleep state, where they're either going to use the legendary powers of Cresselia to invoke this dream state. It's going to convince everyone that Team Snooze is the best team ever. Or using the power of Darkrai to induce a nightmare state in which everyone will be so scared that they will have to worship Team Snooze. As you battle your way through towards the Team Snooze boss, who is me, also the Professor, that's right, what a twist, looking for that in a Pokemon story one day. As you battle your way through, you will of course meet the Team Snooze Awakener, a new Team Snooze character who I've talked about in a recent video. They will test you with their sun Pokemon like Espeon and Heliolisk. And in the big climax of the game, we will discover 2 new legendary Pokemon forms, in Cresselia Dream Mode and Darkrai Nightmare Mode. These Pokemon have been drawn by Angry Yeti on Instagram, who has done a bunch of other artworks for some of my Pokemon. These 3 artworks that he did of Fakemon that I had posted to Instagram, these 3 artworks inspired me to get in contact to commission these Fakemon. And I imagine these Pokemon transform through the use of some item. Maybe this is like how the Lunar Wing could be repurposed for Cresselia, in the same way that the red and blue orbs became like primal reversion stones for Groudon and Kyogre. And Darkrai can just have a new item, like the Dark Feather or something. Lunar Wing and Nightmare Wing. Anyway, you use these Pokemon and you have to catch the alternate version in these games to stop the Darkrai and Cresselia because their powers interact with each other. And of course, you're going to have to capture them in their new forms. Anyway, after you defeat them, you stop Team Snooze. I say I'm gonna go back to the lab or on some other adventure, and maybe you're the professor of the region now, but not before you go and challenge the Elite Four. You battle the Elite Four representing again, Pluto, Dark Holes, Cosmic Energies, and Aliens. And then finally you get to the champion who represents the Sun, the Team Snooze Awakener. Espeon, Heliolisk, Solrock, Daytime Lycanroc. Lunatone as well for a little bit of balance, and then of course Volcarona. These are the Pokemon that this mysterious character is going to use, and of course at the end of the game they will reveal their true identity. I'm not gonna do that for you now, although it is painfully obvious if you're following the Discord. There's a whole talk going on about it down there, discord.gg/BirdKeeperToby. If you want to know who the Team Snooze Awakener is, it seems really obvious and everyone seems to have already guessed. Anyway, that's fine. And that, of course, is my generation game that I think will be really, really cool. I doubt that they're going to use Team Snooze, but wait, this is a tag video and there is one more question. And that is, what would the generation starters be like? And that question is going to have to wait for another video. Got something special planned. At the end of this tag, of course, Lynk Cable asks that we tag 3 people. So here we go. H-Trainolium, True Green 7, and Noggin. It is your go. Get creative. I want to hear it. What would your Generation 8 perfect new game be? Thank you again, Lynk Cable, for tagging me. Everyone check out Lynk Cable's channel, linked at the top of the description. And of course, thank you to Angry Yeti, or Sam, for doing the drawings. Really happy with how they turned out. And of course, so hi, Pokemon Masters.
This is Ash Ketchum. You just watched a video by Birdkeeper Toby. That makes you a Pokemon Master.